1900 से 1950 के बीच हमारे विश्व में कुछ ऐसी महान विभूतियां हुई जिन्होंने दुनिया को बदल दिया। पीस एंड नॉन वायलेंस से भी किसी देश की दशा और दिशा बदल सकती है, ये हमने जाना। मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी। पदार्थ और ऊर्जा एक ही सिक्के के दो पहलू हैं। मैटर एंड एनर्जी आर नॉट डिफरेंट। E=mc²। अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन, जिन्होंने दैट चेंज द होल साइंटिफिक वर्ल्ड। ऑल्सो द्वितीय विश्व युद्ध के पीछे जो सबसे बड़ा कारण था और जिसके चलते करीब करीब 5 करोड़ लोगों की मौत हुई, एडोल्फ हिटलर, बिकॉज ऑफ हिज थॉट एंड एक्शन। 3 दशक पहले बॉय with the US African origin that changed the pop culture and also the change, and that also showed to the world that the culture and the music don't have any barrier. Michael Jackson, also a spiritual leader that also inspired, shows the potential to change the societal structure. Still people are getting inspiration from him. And 20 साल पहले a person who terrified the whole United States because of his sinful activities, Osama bin Laden. So सवाल एक नेचुरल से आता है कि what they did, actually they changed the world. क्या ये इंसान सभी अलग मिट्टी से बने थे? इसी को जानने के लिए we are here to know about it. So नमस्कार, I am Dr. Shyam Ranjan from Department of Environmental Sciences, Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi. And here we will know the universe in us. But to know in more detail, first we need to know about some basic things. So atoms are the nuclei and the bounded electron. Further, when you go deep into that, the nuclei, so nuclei are protons and the bounded neutrons. When you go further deep into that, so these proton and neutrons are made up with quark. And the quark are the basic elementary constituent particles of the matter. So the question is, सवाल ये होता है कि ये quark, atoms, nucleons, protons and elements किस कालखंड में, ब्रह्मांड के किस कालखंड में बने? And to know this, we need to go back in time, the cosmic time. During the initial phase of the universe, when there was no concept of time and space, everything was just condensed into one single point, that is called singularity. And from there a big bang happened and temperature rise to 1000 billions Kelvin. Just after fraction of a second, when the temperature dropped down to 1 billion Kelvin, then this proton forms, and thereafter, after fraction of second, the nuclear fusion process is started. Thereafter, it took nearly 380,000 years to form a first stable atom of the hydrogen, and after 200 to 500 million years, the first star forms. After this star formation, 9 billion years afterwards, the first sun from our solar system that formed, and thereafter 500 million years, our beautiful planet Earth that formed. So today, that's the age of universe, which is 13.8 billion years. अब हमें समझ में आया या हम जाने कि जो हाइड्रोजन था वो पहली बार बिग बैंग के दौरान बना. But what about the other elements when they formed? So to know that, here we need to know about the stellar nebula. So stellar nebula is nothing, just is the gases of all the hydrogen that coalesces under the gravity, and here then the 2A, the star formation started. They will go with the average middle sized star, or either they will go with the massive star. Once if they are in this phase, so at the end of the average star, these will go into the red giant phase. This is the dying phase of that any star. And if they are going through the massive star, they will turn into the super red giant phase. This is the end phase of the star. And in the super red giant phase, the helium turn into the carbon, carbon to neon, neon to oxygen, and then from oxygen to silicon, and then further on till iron. So as you know, in the red giant and the super red giant phase, all the basic building blocks of the element, the carbon, oxygen and nitrogen formed. So as we know now, here the periodic table of all the elements, and all different periodic tables elements, they form in the different phases of the star life as well as the Big Bang. Now the next question is that what is the element abundance in our universe, in our earth, and in our life? So to know that, in our universe we have a 73% hydrogen while the 24% helium, while in earth we have a 47% oxygen and silicon, that is 27%, aluminum 8%, and in our life we have a 65% oxygen, 18.5% कार्बन and 9.5% हाइड्रोजन। सवाल ये आता है कि वो हाइड्रोजन जो यूनिवर्स में इतने अबंडेंट है वो अर्थ में कहाँ चले गए? बेसिकली दे कंबाइंड, दीज हाइड्रोजन कंबाइंड विद द डिफरेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड फॉर्म अ डिफरेंट कंपाउंड, जैसे वाटर। बाकी जो हाइड्रोजन जो अकेले थे, बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन इज द लाइटेस्ट एलिमेंट, दे एस्केप द ग्रेविटी, द अर्थ ग्रेविटी, and enter into the deep space. So here we have all these building blocks of the molecules available. Now the question here, that are we composed of the simplest element? Yes, we are composed of the simplest element of the hydrogen, and that hydrogen, nearly 60% of the hydrogen atom which we have, they are mainly coming from the Big Bang. Also the 10% of the carbon and nitrogen, that was the blown off from the red giant stars. 28% of the oxygen, that formed during the core collapse of the supernova. So if you combine all, it will be nearly 100%. So the traces of the these amounts, they were formed in the different phases of the star. So इससे ये समझ में आता है हमें कि we are not different. We are the integral part of the universe. We are highly synchronized with this universal part. And we see, if the human body, we have a cell. We have also in the cell we have a different kind of elements that was made up with the proton, and also these protons inside, they are made with the quark. So technically all of we, me, you, all of we are made with the quarks. Everywhere, whatever we see, all we are quarks. A very interesting sloka in Yajurveda, 1200 BC officially, which means आज से 3200 साल पहले, उन्होंने एक श्लोक है यजुर्वेदा में, यत पिंडे तत ब्रह्मांडे, which means so is the human body, so is the cosmos, and so is the cosmos, so is the human body. जैसे हम हैं वैसे ही ब्रह्मांड है, और जैसा ब्रह्मांड है वैसे ही हम हैं। सवाल ये है कि आज से इतने साल पहले कैसे जाने? बिकॉज आज हम जो भी यूनिवर्स, गैलेक्सीज, स्टार एंड बिग बैंग्स के बारे में जानते हैं, mainly because of the modern spectroscopy, thanks to this scientist Fraunhofer in 1814. Also Hubble telescope that was deployed by NASA in 1990s. But these statements, that is very remarkable. So yeah, you have to tell me that how they knew that. So at last, again the same question, how did they change the world? Despite having the same chemical composition, which means they were also made with the proton, neutron and quark. We are also made with the same proton, neutron and quark. So in chemistry, if you have a salt, doesn't matter if salt is in your steel box or the plastic box, the salt have the same properties. But here also is human, they have the same composition, but they behave differently. How they did it? So tell me this, your answer in the comment box, and if you like it, please tell me in the comment box. I will also come with the new next videos. Thank you.